My name is Dr. Sheila Wandera Simwa. I am the coordinator, Gender Center. From my office, I want to take this opportunity to welcome the fresh gentlemen and ladies to Laikipia University, and more so to the Gender Center. The Gender Center is situated between the Human Rights Center and the Electronic Media Studio. It has 5 members, the coordinator, and 4 other members, 3 ladies and 2 gentlemen. We basically deal with gender equality and empowerment of both our female and male students and the members of staff. I know most of you are asking, what is gender? Gender is what makes one woman or man as defined to them by a given society. It is the social constructs and stereotypes in a given society. And these social constructs are defined by the roles that are attributed to each gender by the given society. Why am I saying the given society? Because a woman amongst the Maasai and the roles that she has is very different from a woman amongst the Luos, for example. Amongst the Maasai, a woman is the one who puts up a house. Amongst the Luos, if a woman puts up the house, the husband cannot get into that house. Gender does not refer to women as it has been understood by many. It includes both men and women. The other question is, how different is gender from sex? Sex is biological, whereas gender is socially constructed. Sex cannot be changed, though that one is debatable. But gender, as we said, varies from one society or culture to another. Sex is natural. Gender involves a lot of stereotypes. Basically, that is the difference between sex and gender. So what do we do at the Gender Center? Our core mandate is to mainstream gender in the university, which means all the operations in the university should be gender responsive. And the Gender Center is there to ensure that this is done. In addition, we do engage with the students on non-academic issues, what we call gender issues or gender concerns that may affect their academic well-being. So, gender issues are concerns that affect one as an individual because of their gender. Because you are either a man or a woman, and therefore you are discriminated upon. Examples of gender concerns: back in our homes, we have seen women being denied leadership positions because they're just women. We have also seen the girl child being discriminated upon because she's a girl. And when there's preference, the boy is taken to school, whereas the girl child is left at home. Those are just examples back at home in our societies. So gender concerns are all over. We live with them in our societies, in our homes, and they're also there in the universities. And when you come to Laikipia, you'll also encounter gender issues and gender concerns. They range from sexual harassment, sexual discrimination, gender-based violence, marginalization, discrimination, and disability. Discrimination against disability. These issues are found within and without the university. And I'm saying without the university because not all our students stay in the university. Just to cite a few examples, we have sexual harassment, and within the sexual harassment, we have sex for favors. You'll find the kitchen staff, maybe they want to give you more food than your colleagues, and they would want sex in exchange. The security staff, the library staff, maybe you are looking for a book which is reserved and they want something in exchange. The medical staff, they are all over. So you really have to be very, very alert when you're dealing with these people so that they don't take advantage of you. There are those ones who are good, who will assist without any expecting anything from you. But there are those ones, of course, who are cheeky and they want to see where you stand as a man or as a lady or as a girl or as a boy. And we also have sex for favors from the community members. Remember I said some of our students stay outside the university. And those who are vulnerable, sometimes people take advantage of them. So you'd have sex in exchange of meat. You'll have sex in exchange of rent. Sex in exchange of transport, borders, and such like. We also have sex for marks. And I think many of you have been reading about this in the newspapers. It's not just like Laikipia University, but many of our universities, there are some people who take advantage of the students. So you'll have some lecturers who would want to have sex in exchange of marks. So you have to be very alert. Make sure you earn what you have worked for. Don't get free marks, because at the end of the day, you might not be able to cope with the society. So these are some of the examples that are there and that you'll come across. And that's why we are telling you now, so that in case you come across all this, you should be able to speak up, come to the Gender Center and report all this, and we'll be able to take appropriate action. We also have gender discrimination. For example, we have gender discrimination in participation of female and male students in the university functions. And you'll come across many university functions like graduation, cultural week, marathon. So you might find that one gender is being preferred. Those are the things that we look at and make sure that we all have equal opportunity. We also have gender discrimination when it comes to sharing power. We have the student leadership. We also have gender discrimination. Yes, when we are sharing, we've talked about the student leadership. So in summary, the Gender Center is committed to ensure that our students enjoy equal opportunity, and their worth is equally recognized and valued through condemning and taking action against any form of gender discrimination based on sexual orientation, ethnicity or social background, age, race, religion, or other belief and functional disability. We also ensure or take action against gender-based violence and sexual harassment, as we've talked. Gender-based violence normally occurs among students. You'd find that maybe a boy had a relationship with a fellow yearmate, a second year. Then this fresher has come. Now the boy is looking for the fresher, the gold rush. So you'll have the girls fighting amongst themselves, the boys fighting, or people of different sex, the boys, the boyfriend fighting the lady, and the likes. So that is what we call gender-based violence. So what measures have we put in place at the Gender Center? We have what we call the Mentorship program. In this mentorship program, we have the Adopt a Girl initiative, and we have the Forgotten Gender initiative. We are calling it the Forgotten Gender initiative because initially we were only dealing with the girls. So the boys came and complained, and that's why we did the Forgotten Gender initiative. What happens? Volunteer members of staff are allocated between 10 and 15 students for purposes of tracking their academic, social, and holistic progress of the individual in the university. So these volunteers, they act as surrogate parent to our students. And we thought this one was important to us because it will enable us to track them and be able to get the 100% completion of our students. Then we also have the coffee hour session. Our coffee hour session is normally on Wednesdays at 4, and during this time we meet with students, we discuss topical issues, they present their challenges, their experiences, and we are able to discuss with them. Sometimes we get facilitators for them who will speak to them about the topical issues. And from these discussions, we are able to collect the gender concerns in the university and also out of the university. And when we collect these concerns, we are able to take action and deal with them appropriately. We also have the Young Mothers and Fathers Support Group. We know very well that the best practice is not to have babies when we are in the university, because we'll not have 100% concentration. But then, we can't also close our eyes and ears to this problem. We do have students who get the babies, and as the Gender Center, because our guiding pillar is equality and non-discrimination, we have formed a support group whereby these young mothers and fathers meet and talk and share their experiences. We also offer them emotional and moral support so that they can deal and overcome the stigma that comes with parenting in the university. Together with this, the Gender Center has been able to come up with Haima Daycare Center and Nursing Unit. Haima is an acronym for Help Young Mothers Achieve. So what we have done, because we realized that these students, the young parents, used to take care of their children in turns, and therefore most of them would miss classes, cuts, and even sometimes exams. So what we did, we came up with a daycare where they can come, leave their children, attend the classes, and pick them in the evening. So Haima Daycare Center is there to take care of this problem, but still we encourage them that they should not have babies. The fact that we have the daycare center doesn't mean that we are ready or we are encouraging them to have the babies. We tell them they are not supposed to have these babies when they're in college, but because the babies are there, we also have to deal with a problem. And then we have also, together with the daycare center, we also have a nursing unit for the members of the public and the staff, where mothers can come and breastfeed their children. Remember, this is something that has been directed by the government, and so Laikipia University, we are happy to have accomplished this particular directive. At the center also, we are coming up with a community collaboration and outreach program, and we are hoping that we shall be able to collaborate with like-minded organizations in the county to promote gender equity. And it is our wish that soon Laikipia University shall house the county's office in matters related to gender, and in particular, gender-based violence in the neighborhood and the community. In addition, the Gender Center has a gender management committee, which includes the coordinator, 4 academic reps from schools, 2 non-teaching staff members representing KUSU and KUDEA, the Human Resource Office, and the Dean of Students to cater for the students. This management committee helps in the running of the Gender Center. We urge students to make use of the Gender Office by sharing your gender concerns. This will help in enhancing gender equity and equality at Laikipia University. The Gender Center is an alternative place for you to report your grievances in addition to the Dean of Students' office. So we are urging you to take advantage of these opportunities. As first years, we are encouraging you to embrace these avenues that we've just talked about. Soon we shall assign you with a mentor who is a surrogate parent. Be close to your surrogate parent. Share your experience and challenges. Make sure you talk to them, you tell them what you're experiencing so that we can have possible interventions in case of a problem. We are also urging you to be members of the Gender Club and make use of the Wednesday coffee hour. There you shall meet your peers. You'll be able to discuss issues. You'll be able to get their experiences. They'll be able to walk you the journey through Laikipia University. Above all, we encourage you to speak up. Report cases so that the perpetrators can be dealt with accordingly. If you are shy to speak up, we have a speak up box outside the gender office, and you don't have to give your identity. Just come, write somewhere, drop it there, and we shall deal with the case. What we are urging you is to break the silence. We can only help you if you are able to speak up and talk. For emphasis, I'm going to speak about 3 things, or I'll leave you with 3 things that are very important. 1, let us break the silence. Let us speak up in case of any problem. We are there to back you up and will ensure that appropriate action is taken. Secondly, let us be our brothers and sisters' keeper. If your brother or your sister goes astray, make sure you are able to correct them. And if you think you'll not be able to convince them, the Gender Center is open. Come, let us know what is going on, and we shall be able to follow up the cases. Thirdly, let us empower ourselves by taking advantage of the role models amongst us. We have many professors, many doctors, counselors. Make sure you make use of the role model that you've been assigned and empower yourself. You are lucky you have these people around. Some of us, during our time, we didn't have them. So for you who have them, take that advantage. I'll leave you with this adage. Listen to your elders' advice, not because they are always right, but because they have more experiences of being wrong. As we embrace the new normal, I'm urging you to keep safe, wear your mask always, wash your hands, sanitize, and observe social distance. Thank you for your time. Hoping that when we meet for our Zoom session, you will have questions and we shall be there to attend to them. Thank you.